NBD has dropped their interest rate on vehicle loans to 7.5%.
Babe, turn up the volume on the radio.
The bank encourages customers to take advantage of this opportunity to get full financing on a vehicle with this low rate from now until May 15.
Did you hear that? 7.5% interest rate and full financing?
What's more, 3 lucky customers will get their vehicle license paid for up to 3 years. Visit a branch, call 255-2300 or go to nbdominica.com for more information and other terms and conditions.
Hun, I'm off to NBD.
Babe, wait for me.
Apply for your vehicle loan today. NBD, your partner, your bank.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face. At least when it comes to your waning finances. You've got the edge, help is coming your way. You've got big edge for those days when you're running low. Big edge is the place to go. Big edge, the cash can be in your hand. Big edge, with the easiest payment plan. Big edge, cash in a flash.
Text Top Up and Win. Text Top Up and Win. A supermarket shopping spree. Valued at $10,000. Text the letters SHOP to 7171 or top up $10 or more for your chance to be one of 2 to win your share in Digicel's $10,000 supermarket shopping spree. Other prizes include DL smartphones, free data, free credit, and more. Text Top Up and Win in Digicel's $10,000 shopping spree. Promotion ends March 31.
At Fresh Vitamins, we've got everything you need for health and well-being. We carry a wide range of all-natural sports nutrition and health supplements, plus gluten-free and organic foods, all from quality brands, including Solaray, Cal, Bob's Red Mill, Nature's Way, Source Naturals, and Designer Way. Fresh Vitamins has 2 convenient locations. We're at number 7, Great George Street, Roseau, and we're in Portsmouth, inside IGA Whitchurch Supermarket. Join our discount club and save up to 20% every day on your purchases. Like us on Facebook to stay informed about our products and specials. Come into Fresh Vitamins today and get healthy.
Hi, I'm Tasia Flosak, Miss Dominica 2016. Did you know that in 2015, Dominica was voted number 3 as Best Caribbean Destination for Adventure by the USA Today?
This was brought to you by the Discover Dominica Authority.
Hello, this is Mikkel Henderson. Did you know that Dominica's Wavin Civic was named one of the 20 prettiest black sand beaches from around the world by Yahoo Style?
This was brought to you by the Discover Dominica Authority.
All the ladies, it's your day. I'm making it special for you, okay?
Hear me now. We don't stop crying for all black woman. No. Respect all the girl them with dark complexion, but you don't stop crying for all black woman. One heap of things are going for you.
Lindo Matt, I know you're locked in at this time.
He's one in a million. Have it from birth, a natural suntan. Smooth like a grape, not through your usual.
We'll be talking in a minute. Stay tuned.
Complexion. What am I do? What am I try? Where the whole of them a plan? Don't get me wrong because we love black woman and we not stop cry. For all black woman, respect all the girl them with that complexion. We not stop cry. For all black woman, love things are going for who no complexion. Someone how where you get it, how where you buy it from. Choose some light skin them want for buy it and woman no bother worry who no intention. We down black or brown, who no about you right and go and spread it across the nation. Say no have the bucket if have Buju Banton, cause we no stop cry. For all black woman, love things are going for who no complex. Buju no stop cry. For all black woman, one heap of things are going for who no complexion. I am black, I am proud. Follow Buju Banton and shout it out loud. Black will always stand out in a crowd. You like the silver lining behind the dark cloud. When me sing, we no stop cry. For all black woman, love things are going for who no complex. But you no stop cry. For all black woman, one heap of things are going for who no complexion. Black is beauty, who no color is one in a million. Have it from birth, a natural suntan. Smooth like a grape, not true, you use a lotion. Take it on your complexion. What am I do? What am I try? Where the
Old time reggae, I know Olive in Connecticut.
respect black woman?
Enjoy this one.
For all black woman, love things are going for who no complex. But you no stop cry. For all black woman, love things are going for who no complexion. Someone I wanna buy it, I wanna get it from. To some of them light skin, them want for buy can. But woman no bother worry, who no intention. We down, black or brown, who no about you right and I wanna walk and spread it across the nation. So no have the bucket if have Buju Banton, cause we no stop cry. For all black woman, love things are going for who no complex. But you no stop cry. For all black woman, one heap of things are going for who no complexion. I am black.
Black and beautiful, huh? They say beautiful.
Loud. Black will always stand out in a
Beauty is skin deep, huh?
lining behind the dark cloud. So we no stop cry.
There are some people with pretty faces and not beautiful.
And the girl them with dark
So if you feel beautiful inside,
for all black woman, one heap of things are going for who no complexion.
never saw a woman with a pretty face and what a bad attitude.
Join together, people hand in hand. Follow this youth when you Buju Banton.
Don't you worry, we'll be talking in a minute here.
Don't visit the girl them when them pretty and strong. Whether them a browning or black woman, I want to worry cry. Coulda full of jump on. Big up on the chest. You hear me, yeah? Cause we no stop cry. For all black woman.
Hello, this is Mikkel Henderson. Did you know that Dominica's Wavin Civic was named one of the 20 prettiest black sand beaches from around the world by Yahoo Style?
This was brought to you by the Discover Dominica Authority.
.109. It's talk time. What's going on? Yes, last evening we heard word that this man that was picked up by police yesterday morning in Gotha was released on bail. Last evening, standing right behind at the side of, if you will, is the MP for the Goodwill Rosenhof constituency, Danny Luge. And many have been asking questions, what is the latest? What is the latest on that? He's here with me. I'm talking Danny Luge to give us an update. As I said, heard he was released last night without bail. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Luge.
Good afternoon, Matt, and good afternoon to the listeners of Q95.
A lot of anxious persons still awaiting word as to what is the latest after Zed was picked up in Gotha last evening. Can you tell us, what you know at this time?
Yeah, well, after keeping Zed for about 15 hours, just like the other persons picked up before, as far as I know, no charge was leveled against him. So it seems that it's like a wild fishing expedition. I mean, if you pick up a man, and from what I understand, the search warrant that was issued, it wasn't on his name. He queried that, well, look, that's not my name. And so I don't think they entered his premises. They say, however, we want to bring you in for questioning. He was brought in, and after 15 hours in the police station, and then unlike other persons that he was actually put in the jail section, he was locked up. He was locked up, and not a charge is leveled against him. So it seems that the persecution of persons continue, both political persons like politicians and non-politicians. So I'm very concerned about that. I expect anytime I'm preparing my family for the time when they will pick me up too, because it seems that they behind the leadership of the United Workers' Party, the rank and file of the United Workers' Party, and ordinary citizens. I mean, if, according to Prime Minister Skerrit, there was a plan of a coup, right? There was a truck involved. The truck wasn't checked out, wasn't searched, nobody was arrested on the day. And you had information, as you say, of a plan of a coup, before the coup occurred. You did nothing about it then. Weeks after, it's almost a month. Today is what? What's the date of today?
It's the 8th.
It's like a whole month after. You're still picking up people. You're not there's no charge. You're not leveling any charge. We hear enough senior police officers fed up of the nonsense that's going on. So
we also heard, and I'm sure by now you should have known, that information from high-ranking police officers is that the officers themselves who made this written remarks may be questioned themselves.
Yes. So what it means, like policemen are not allowed to do their jobs. And we stand in solidarity with 99.9% of senior police officers and rank and file of policemen, because clearly they understand what is going on, the harassment of ordinary citizens. So we feel the pain of police officers being offered 000. Government officials took a 50% for themselves. Teachers complaining, nurses complaining, and these guys that sit in the office, they're taking everything for themselves and still persecuting ordinary citizens. So I would like to tell the public that they should not overreact. There's no doubt that this Skerrit regime is coming down, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. It's like a tsunami. You can't stop a tsunami. So citizens of Rosenhof, stand by, do not overreact. God is taking care of the injustice that's happening in Dominica.
All right, Danny Luge there. Thank you so much Give us an update.
51 on Live 95. Every day, Monday to Friday, exploring the sights, sounds, happening talk on the blocks, healthy lifestyles, and culture of Dominica. Enjoy daily giveaways of valuable products and services from leading businesses on the nature island of the Caribbean. Stay locked and immerse yourself in the breathtaking views from above the undulating hills and valleys, and in the magnificent marine adventures beneath our Caribbean Sea. All this and more on Nature Island Cruise 951 on Live 95, only on the big station. Get a taste of the enchanting Creole and indigenous cuisine and lifestyles of the charming people of Dominica. Experience the dynamic rhythms of our culture, music, and entertainment, our vibrant, unique niche agribusiness products, our refreshing range of colorful flowers, and the fabulous foliage in our horticulture. Explore the prolific life-sustaining values of our natural foods, herbal teas, spices, and medicines. All this and more on Nature Island Cruise 951. Every day, Monday to Friday on Live 95. Only on the big station. Only on Q95.
1:16 is the afternoon time. As it appears, the arrests have not stopped. With the police picking up this man there in Z in the Gota community. On the line with me is the leader of the United Workers' Party, Mr. Lennox Linton. Mr. Linton, have you been monitoring?
Of course, Matt. This is part of the program of harassment and persecution that the police have been bullied into carrying out against the members, supporters, well-wishers of the United Workers' Party by this current administration. And if you just pay attention to the kinds of questions that Carlton Alexander, better known as Carlton Augustus, better known as Zed, from the community of Gota village, was asked in police custody yesterday. Questions like, were you paid by the United Workers' Party to do this and do that? Obviously, the police are looking to catch somebody unawares making a statement that they can probably tie back to somebody in the leadership to indicate that there was some coup attempt after all. This is getting ridiculous, and it is time to stop it. We have gone past more than a month now, since our law-abiding, peaceful meeting on the 7th of February. The meeting broke no laws. The meeting did not feature any confrontation at all with the police. There was no report of any violence, any vandalism, any disrespect for law in the meeting that was policed by law enforcement. Unfortunately, as we're all aware, some incidents occurred later in the evening, long after the meeting had finished. And like I've always said, the police have questions to answer in that regard. They must tell the people of Dominica honestly what went on and why what went on, because they know they were the ones who were on the ground, and they were the ones who were supposed to have taken responsibility for protecting the city of Roseau. Now, Matt, there have been, I understand, some CARICOM investigators from the Impacts Group.
Yes, we gave a report on that this morning. Apparently, there's a new twist in that development.
Well, why is it that the Impacts Group of police investigators from CARICOM could not have made a determination as to whether or not there was a coup? I'm understanding that they did not believe that there was a coup. That's from the reporting I've heard on Q95.
Yes.
So why is this coup story continuing? Who is driving that? And you know, Matt, when we talk about the politically driven, the politically motivated nature of this harassment, this persecution of members and supporters of the opposition, you have to understand who is driving it, The instructions are obviously coming from Roosevelt Skerritt, because he was the one who said he received police intelligence. If you have police intelligence and you go out to the public and tell the public you have police intelligence about a coup, but then the police organization itself is not able to make a single arrest connected with any coup attempt. The question is raised now, what intelligence did you really have? Because from what we understand as citizens about intelligence, there must be some evidential basis to information before it becomes intelligence. So where was the evidence back in the information that you presented to the people of Dominica as intelligence? There was no coup attempt, Matt. The Prime Minister knows that. The Prime Minister knows he concocted a story. The Prime Minister knows that he abused his authority to get impacts from CARICOM to come in here and do an investigation. And I'm challenging them now to release to the public the results of the investigation, the report that they have received from the visiting CARICOM team. Because in the past, in recent times, we've had investigations, where there are matters of public interest. And the investigations have been concluded, reports have been submitted, recommendations have been made, findings of fact have been reported, and the public is still in the dark about those investigations. And I will cite for you a very simple example. There is the case of the statement of the minor in that sexual offences matter that was leaked. And you remember the outrage of the public?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the police commissioner ordering an investigation?
I remember.
Police commissioner has the results of the investigation. And I want them to contradict me and tell me I am wrong. My understanding is that the person who leaked the statement of the minor, is the individual who was promoted subsequently to the post of Deputy Commissioner of Police in Dominica. If I am wrong, correct me, but I heard that story since last year. I heard that the report concluded that the statement was leaked by Mr. Valerie, the same gentleman who is now in the position of Deputy Police Commissioner, the same gentleman whose appointment I, as leader of the opposition, have challenged in the court based on the fact that Roosevelt Skerritt has done the appointment improperly. It does not comport with the constitutional requirements for the appointment, and we have challenged it in court. We challenged it since last year, and the court is waiting and dragging its feet on a decision. In the meantime, Mr. Valerie is up and running, doing the bidding of Roosevelt Skerritt in the police force, harassing members of the opposition on nonsensical, absolutely spurious accusations of involvement in some coup that exists only as figments of their imagination. How much more are the people of Dominica supposed to take? How much more? And don't we have in all of this, Matt, more compelling reasons why this despot, this man who is ordering all of this malicious, repressive, brutal behavior against legitimate opposition in a democracy should resign, and he should resign now. There's something else, We have a situation in Dominica, Matt Peltier. The international banks operating in Dominica are refusing to touch government monies that are coming in from the Citizenship by Investment program. And I have made the point before that refusal or that unwillingness to touch the government CBI money by the international banks can only be related to concerns that the banks have that this could be laundered money, meaning it came from the proceeds of crime, or it is money that is tied up in the financing of terrorism. The two big issues that the international banking community have accepted serious compliance responsibility in their fight against. So the international banking community has come on board with the rest of the civilized world, the leadership of the civilized world, to say, we will play our part in the fight against money laundering. We will play our part. We'll comply with the restrictions and the provisions that are enforced to ensure that we don't move laundered money, proceeds of crime through our banks. We don't move monies that are tied up in the financing of terrorism. And so in honoring those compliance responsibilities, the international banks have said, your money coming in to pay for passports is too risky. We don't trust it. We don't want to deal with it. It leaves the government with only the National Bank of Dominica. And the National Bank is having its own challenges through its correspondent bank, the Bank of America, bringing in the passport money to Dominica for the very same reasons that the international banks operating in Dominica no longer want to touch the government's passport money. You would think that in a country where we have money laundering legislation, where we have a financial intelligence unit dealing with issues of money laundering, that some police officer, somebody in the CID would call Mr. Skerritt in for questioning, or would call Emmanuel Nanton in for questioning as to what is happening with the CBI money. And where is it coming from? And is it really, are they really getting money from people who are laundering? Are they getting money from criminals? Are they getting money from people who are involved in the financing of terrorism? What is the story there? So the source of funds are not trusted. But the police authority in Dominica that has a responsibility to police the laws, to ensure laws are enforced, are doing nothing. They don't want to ask Mr. Skerritt a single question. Monfared was living here, a fugitive from justice, known to the police authority for over 6 months, and they did nothing about it. They did not question him. Interpol mounted a manhunt for him, international manhunt. The information was sitting on computers in the police organization from Interpol, and they did nothing about it. But the harassing, ordinary, peaceful, law-abiding citizens of Dominica who were simply standing up for their rights. Their rights to say, no, it is not acceptable that for 13 years you have been placing our passports, our diplomatic passports, in the hands of criminals around the world without ensuring that they did not have a criminal record, without ensuring that they were operating with legitimate sources of funding for their initiatives, without ensuring that they were fit and proper people to hold our diplomatic passports and consular positions. And you expect us to say that that is all right, when in 2008, you as Prime Minister fired Ambrose George on the 18th of November 2008 because you wanted to get rid of people who were stale and who were tainted from your cabinet. If what Mr. Skerritt has done has not tainted the government and people of Dominica in the international community with the broad brush of rogue, scoundrel, we are being viewed as a rogue country with a government that doesn't care, with a reckless, irresponsible government that wants to do as it pleases and is not a worthy partner in fighting crimes against humanity like money laundering and terrorism. And you want to tell me that you are so tainted, but we must not ask you to resign. We must not demand your resignation. In the very same way as you, because you found Ambrose George to be tainted by a Nigerian 419 scam. That was it, 2008. He was involved as a victim in a Nigerian 419 advance fee fraud scheme. And Mr. Skerritt got rid of him. He said, you cannot sit down in my cabinet, you're tainted. Now we're saying to Mr. Skerritt, you are tainted. And you are tainting the office of Prime Minister. And you're making life difficult for us in the international community where we're trying to earn a worthwhile place in the trade of goods and services. And you are complicating that for us. You're compromising us. And we need you to move aside. We need you to resign so that we can move on with the business of developing Dominica.
Have you seen the biggest question of the day? And this one is coming from Kenneth Ridge up there. He says, or he asked the question, was the Prime Minister engaging in bulk cash smuggling? Roosevelt Skerritt, the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, has recently taken 2 quick trips to Dutch French St. Martin, with first a senior banker from the Dominica Aid Bank and second the manager of the country's Citizenship by Investment CBI program, individuals who were on the aircraft reported that the travelers left their suitcases behind in St. Martin. That's a question being asked by Mr. Rejock. Have you seen that one?
I've seen the question, but you notice that it's a question posed, of course, to the ministers of government. It's a question posed to the regime of Mr. Skerritt. Mr. Skerritt and his friends alone know what they have been going to St. Martin to do. And I don't know what Kenneth Rejock knows that we do not know, but it is a question, a legitimate question, to be answered in circumstances where the government is having a hard time bringing in monies under the Citizenship by Investment Program into Dominica. So have they resorted to bulk cash amounts in suitcases coming in with trusted people through diplomatic lounges and VIP lounges and diplomatic passports and so on? We don't know. These are the tools that over the years, even I'm sure some of our own diplomats who never served us but served themselves have been using to move their ill-gotten gains.
All right, I'll tell you what, we'll try to get some answers from the government side. I'm hoping somebody will be able to answer the questions from Kenneth Rejock as it relates to suitcases. He has a question about, thousands of dollars he thinks, he questions maybe moved around. Well, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Leonard Clinton, thank you very much. We're going to call you when we come back.
For health and well-being, we carry a wide range of all natural sports nutrition and health supplements, plus gluten-free and organic foods, all from quality brands, including Solaray, Cal, Bob's Red Mill, Nature's Way, Source Naturals, and Decider Way. Fresh Vitamins has 2 convenient locations. We're at number 7, Great George Street, Roseau, and we're in Portsmouth, inside IGA Whitchurch Supermarket. Join our discount club and save up to 20% every day on your purchases. Like us on Facebook to stay informed about our products and specials. Come into Fresh Vitamins today and get healthy.
Hi, I'm Tasia Flosak, Miss Dominica 2016. Did you know that in 2015, Dominica was voted number 3 as Best Caribbean Destination for Adventure by the USA Today?
This was brought to you by the Discover Dominica Authority.
Hello, this is Mikkel Henderson. Did you know that Dominica's Wavin Civic was named one of the 20 prettiest black sand beaches from around the world by Yahoo Style?
This was brought to you by the Discover Dominica Authority.
right, here's a note that I got this morning from Collier. Wish you could ask questions of this disturbing development in Collier. This is causing a real stress among villagers. Those who vote is being manipulated by other interests. It is my understanding that plans are afoot to remove a nominated member of the Collier Village Council in order to nominate another person that is one of the elected members of the council will get the votes to become chairperson. In other words, somebody else is being nominated and somebody's pushing the agenda to get somebody nominated on the Collier Village Council. Does that sound strange? I cannot believe that the person responsible for local government would want to circumvent due process just to get their cronies to be chairperson. It is an assault on the intelligence of the people, and Mr. John has the aptitude and financial competence and integrity to be the chairperson of the Collier Village Council. He is ambitious, and of course, in fact, he received the most votes in the last election. He sat on the previous council, so he has some experience under his belt. Any move to elect a chairperson contrary to the will of the people will be forcefully opposed. Real leaders love people. They are transparent, non-vindictive. Listen to the views and opinion of others. Cannot be bought or sold. Any attempt to elect people of questionable character may have far-reaching, non-violent consequences. Any attempt to remove the nominated person should result in the resignation of all elected members with a conscience as a form of protest. If we are a democracy on paper, but a failed state on the ground seem to be a real possibility with this development. Keep politics out of local government. Whoever is vexed with my submission, that is their business. Tired of this crap. On the line with me is a former chairperson. His name is Arthur Knight of the Collier Village Council. He was recently elected as well. But it appears that there are moves to remove him and replace him with a nominated member from the government. Mr. Knight, good afternoon to you. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. Mr. Knight, what can you tell us is going down there in Collier that seems to be getting a lot of people upset?
Well, what is happening presently is we have an issue with the in the council. The issue is simple. We went to the polls, 5 of us win the poll, they nominated 3 members. We went to a meeting, we elected the chairperson, who is Michelle John. All of a sudden, we are hearing that they're bringing in another nominee. It means that the people who they nominate did not vote, 1 or 2 of them did not vote the person they wanted. They voted Michelle. So they are not happy with that. So they are bringing in, they take out 1 person and bring in another person so we could vote for the people they want. But we, the elected members, 1 or 2 of us, have decided, no, we are not going back to the polls, we're not voting again. And if it's that, we may just call it quit. We may just resign out of the council, because it seems they don't want people who are completely, that is very good. They don't want people who can work in the country. They want people who they can do what they want with. And me and Michelle is too serious, so we get the most votes. We top the polls, I came second. And we are willing to work, but the way they are doing things in Collier, we are not satisfied. We are saying to the people that vote us, we are very thankful for you voting us, but we cannot continue to engage in those kind of political things. We are not into politics. We are for the people. We're there to work for the people. We are not there to get ourselves involved into politics. And Mitchell is telling me that he is threatening of victimization. And I know I'm already victimized. So for
who's threatening him of being victimized?
Excuse me?
Who has told him that he will be victimized?
Who has told him? He didn't pass that message to me. But I know because one of the members of the council who was elected was told if they does not vote the person they want them to vote, they might have to leave the job they are in all now, so, because they will fire them. So we are getting victimization coming through already. And I'm somebody who, I spent more than 12 years on the council. I've been working for the village. When the last hurricane passed, America passed, I was the one who mobilized everybody to get the village back on track, start cleaning up the village and whatnot. And today I'm only being victimized.
So how are the people of Collier reacting at this point?
Well, I had a private meeting by myself on Friday night. I had a meeting by myself on Friday night. And the people were really there. They rally around me. They tell me whatever I decide to do, they will be with me. So now we are figuring out what is the next step. But I know I cannot work with that council the way it is now because it starts on a bad footing. So I may just have to resign.
So you're saying that
I will talk to my people. I'll continue talking to my people because Monday is supposed to be inauguration, and I'll keep on talking to my people to see what's the best step to take. But I can work with a council that is already starting with politics.
So you would prefer resign?
I will prefer resign if that's the case. But I will still continue to talk to my people to see what is the best step.
Okay. Sounds like a familiar story there. Government wants to nominate the person they want as chairperson or chairman of the council. Very, very, very unfortunate that politics have taken over, our local authorities. Hello, talk to me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Knight, for sharing your story with us here from Collier. Hello.
Good afternoon to you, Matt, and your listeners.
Uh-huh.
And I want to thank Mr. Knight. Government should stay away from council. It is a council thing. It is a community thing. It's too much party politics in council. It's the same thing they try and do in Caterfield when 5 of us won. I nominated a young guy. They accepted the young guy. Upon nomination, Matt, they called back and cancel a meeting to remove the young guy I made recommendation to and to put one of their own. They just want to put labor rights on every council. It's not fair. People are going to the polls to vote and let them vote competent people who can carry the community, not only just placing labor rights for labor rights' sake. This thing sickens.
Okay, caller, let's take another phone call. Hello. Collier Council. Big dispute there now. Hello. Hello. All right, let's take another phone call. Talk to me.
How you doing, Matt?
Okay.
Matt, before those things never used to happen in Dominica. Why all of a sudden those things happen? Matt, since Kerry come in government in Dominica, Matt, things that were not happening at all happening. We never saw those kind of problems. Let's take, for instance, look at the 1% and no percent strike. In the time of Charles Savre, every month, every time they have a big meeting, they would have a close down of Roseau. Now, since King's carried and King's Charles Savre sitting down on the front of Labour Party and helping to the downfall of Labour Party, Dominica just changed. It's time for us to really wake up in that country to tell Kerry to leave Dominica and go back to Guadeloupe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It's 1:45. Hello, talk to me.
Professor, good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
You'll be hearing from me very soon. So I haven't gone back to England yet. I want you to do me a favor, please. Can you find out for me, please, whether Mr. Claudius Sanford and Mr. Johnson Boston, whether they have been in touch with Mr. Kenneth Roth, R-O-T-H. Mr. Roth is the Executive Director of Human Rights Watch. Now, that is an organization based, I think, in New York. Now, this organization, Matt, is charged with the responsibility of investigating violations and gross abuse of human rights worldwide. And that has been authorized by the United Nations. Because what we saw, Matt, is the wanton political abuse of power when we saw Claudius Sansford's 3-year-old daughter was traumatized a couple of weeks ago by Skerritt's goons. And we also saw Johnson Boston and his family also underwent that sort of traumatic experience after their homes were brutally invaded. Matt, I also hope, I want to find out from you, I also hope that Claudius Sanford has been in touch with either Dr. Shamma or Dr. Benjamin, who are the two psychiatrists, I think, we have in this country, to ascertain whether his 3-year-old daughter has been damaged psychologically by this brutal invasion of their homes recently. And if, by any chance, this 3-year-old child was traumatized and any psychological problems, I think Sanford should sue the government. But I would advise him, first of all, to get in touch with Mr. Roth in New York. Good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon to you, too. It's 1:47. This is Talk on the Block. We are trying to throw some attention there on the situation in Solihull, where I suspect some government influence is trying to nominate somebody on the council to become chairperson. Hello, talk to me.
Good afternoon, Matthias Peltier, and how are you?
Yes, sir.
This is Edwin Kotsenval here. I would like to comment on what is happening in Solihull. Matt, when Mr. Lennox Linton and the United Workers' Party get into government, they have a lot of work to do. Because this Roosevelt Skerritt administration have spread its tentacles into every institution or state and have corrupted it. When Mr. Sylvester Joseph, deceased, may his soul rest in peace, was heading the local government, we never used to have that kind of rule in local government. I am from Layu, born in St. Joseph. And I remember the St. Joseph Village Council was dominated by the kings, Austin King, Austell King, both deceased, Mr. Ratcliffe Richards, who we knew as fishing, just passed away lately. They were what you call Porto Freedomites. And that thing, and nobody disturbed them. They served faithfully, honestly in the St. Joseph Village Council. I remember Wesley Village Council, Mr. Telemac, I can remember, former fireman, I can remember his first name now, was chairperson of the Wesley Village Council, and he worked for Wesley. Now, since Skerritt come there, they just decide they must have their goons in there. And the reason why, Matthias, I'm saying that the United Workers' Party would have a lot of work to do, first, there is one or two things. Either every member of the village council should be elected by the people, so you have 8 elected members on the thing, so government will not be able to interfere. Or if they want to continue the 3 nominated members, only an elected member should be chairman. Because it's only an elected member that can be the Prime Minister, Matthias Peltier. So only an elected member should be chairman of the 5 that are elected, and it's only the 5 elected members should be able to vote. The 3 nominated members should not be able to vote. I think that is one way the problem can be solved. But as I have said, the United Workers' Party and Mr. Linton would have to solve that, not that present administration. Thank you, Matthias Peltier, for listening to me.
Thank you. 1:49, hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Matt.
To you, sir.
Well, Matt, clearly, local government has been destroyed. Just recently, 3 elected members of the Wesley Village Council resigned. Because when they saw the caliber of individuals that was nominated by the government, they say, no, that is waste time. The government is using the village councils across Dominica to literally launder money to their party hacks. I have been saying that years now, where hundreds of thousands of dollars are deposited in the council, and individuals just walking in the council office and say, the PM tell me this and the PM tell me that, and sweetheart deals in terms of contracts are awarded to them. We have seen that in a number of farm access roads in Wesley. We have seen that in the renovation works that was taking place on the Woodford Hill playing field, where an individual left Portsmouth and just walk in the council office and say the PM sent him for a $60,000 contract. A $143,000 contract was hand-delivered to another gentleman. That is how it is. That is why they are fighting so desperately to put their people in it. But Matt, I want to talk about the money issues that are coming up. We have a situation in Roseau South. I spoke about Roseau South and the conditions of the road there. Village access road. The foundations of the road are gone. You understand me, Matt? And you have Josiah Benoit, the caretaker of Roseau South. He was made a senator, drawing a salary of close to $2,000 as a senator. But that was not enough for him. They created a position in the Ministry of Health and giving him another $5,000. I want the Police Welfare Association to remember that. $5,000 plus about $1,800. So he's smiling while the people in that constituency are suffering because of the road condition in that area. We have the same thing in Wesley, where Afinia Benjamin, the average time she wakes up in the morning from her sister's home is about 9-10 o'clock. Have practically very little doing, and she just $6,800. While the teachers at the Wesley Government School are struggling. The policemen at the station are struggling. Civil servants, when they drive them weeks in a month, the other week, they must pack it because they cannot buy gas. Wasteful spending. So I want Roosevelt Skerry to pay attention to Eggleston Road and Trafalgar Road and those roads in the interior so that people can travel on those roads safely. I am not going to talk about Woodford Hill Road because I cannot understand a sitting government will be taking more than 8 years to resurface the Woodford Hill Village Road. 8 years? And you say you have money? Murder, she wrote.
Good afternoon to you. It's 1:53. Talk on the block. Hello.
Matt, you know, I've always said that this is no result government. I don't know why these guys are fighting to have their people on any village council, because look around the island. We have heard of so much money given to the respective village councils. And Matt, we have yet to identify a sustainable project that they have done. Yes, roads may have been paved, and by the way, that's where the money passed through, the concrete. Because if you look at their friends are involved in the concrete. So that's the easiest way for them to pass that money in the concrete. And remember, the MP for Roseau has told you so. They pass the money through the concrete. So, Matt, you have to now wonder why is it that they want to put their representatives or their people they think. Because at the end of the day, it's not those that on the council that have to benefit, you know. It's the community at large. So at the end of the day, if you do not have a project that is sustainable, then it doesn't serve the community or communities well. So at the end of the day, man, I just tell you, Matt, at the end of the day, you can tell me what you want, swing high, swing low. This regime have to go. And Mr. Linton, I know you're having meetings around the island. It is time that we now culminate in Roseau again. We need another meeting. We need another meeting. We need another meeting. And that time they will not talk about truck after soil. We just need people will soil. People, not truck. Have a good afternoon.
Have a good afternoon. Hello, talk to me.
The color before the last is correct, you know. Right now, rain is falling, and the Woodford Hill Road, you know, Door West?
Yes.
Door West can land. The color is right, because right now, if you have to come through Woodford Hill and say you have to pass at least 3 times for the week, you have to go to a garage. Thank you.
Thank you, too. It's just about 1:55, 5 more minutes, just about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. You've got to call, you better call now. Thompson Fontaine will be sitting in for me for a few days. Okay, so I'll be away from the hot seat and talk on the block just for a few days. I'll be back very, very soon, within a few days. Hello, talk to me.
Matt?
Yes.
I went to Woodford Hill, Matt. I was ashamed to see Woodford Hill Road. It's like in the channels, boom, 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 boom. I wonder if Dominica government really serious. That's all I could say.
All right, thank you very much. It's 1:55. Let's continue. Hello, talk to me.
Hi, Matt. Good afternoon.
To you too.
Matt, I kind of wonder what is going on in Collio because this nonsense has got to stop. You're telling me you're going to take off. You already nominated two people.
Mm-hmm.
You did not vote for the person that you want. And Matt, the lady in question, the one for the chairman, is the secretary of the minister, her constituency office.
Conflict of interest. The conflict of interest.
That is just pure politics, Matt. And that is a thing that seems to be happening on village councils all around Dominica.
Something is going on there. It's 1:56, Coliho. Yes, you have to speak out. Huh? Hello, talk to me. Yes.
What is happening in Collyho now? Don't forget it was happening in La Plaine, and they sort it out. So tell this Mr. Knight, don't give up. I mean, he have to fight for his cause. Thank you.
Well, let's find out if we're going to resolve this one. Hello.
Matt, I missed the big meeting, the big protest. Well, right now, we need another big protest in Roseau, and it's time for Scary to leave us alone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, talk to me. People calling for more protests there. Hello. Hello. Talk to me. Hello.
Hey, Matt.
Uh-huh.
Yes, good afternoon. Matt, the people from Colleyhome must follow our footsteps from Marigot. They tried something, but it couldn't work. They can't touch us. They have to learn to stand up.
Let's see if they will stand up. Hello.
I think they should do like La Plaine. They should strike until they get the chairman that they want. All right? Have a good day.
Hello.
Mr. President.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, and good afternoon, Mr. Angelo Alin.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Pence, for those people that believe corruption going to move a country forward, they have it dead wrong. A country can't move forward when corruption is on the head. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Let's take our final phone call. Hello.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
We really need that next protest. Is that we are calling for now? Women's now. We need that protest right now. Terry must go.
Hope you're listening to the calls of the people there. Leader of the United Workers' Party and the executive. Another call for a major protest. Hello, talk to me. Hello. To you.
I want to give my support. I want Mr. Linton and all the members of the 18, the United Workers' Party, to know we need another meeting, a big meeting in Roseau. Thank you.
Until I'm back on your radio again, God willing, I'll be talking to you soon, okay? As I said, Thompson Fountain will be sitting in. Bye-bye for now. Dig yourself always next.
Sit back, relax, enjoy your stay with me.